Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for Coming up today, it's a new era at Trinity as we inaugurated our 20th president.
And The Rock is in San Antonio.
All this and more right now on Newswave. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for our first show of the spring semester. Welcome to Newswave. Today is Friday, February 24th. I'm Cynthia Morales.
And I'm Luke McCauley. Trinity has officially welcomed its new storyteller-in-chief. On Saturday, January 11th, Trinity inaugurated and installed President Vanessa Beasley as the 20th president of Trinity University. Under the theme Imagination United, Inauguration Week included a volunteer day of service, an academic panel, a concert, and much more. In an investiture ceremony, representatives from all sections of the Trinity community and beyond gathered to celebrate. The ceremony includes speeches from Provost Megan Mustaine, our very own Newswave executive, producer, and SGA president Danny Nguyen, as well as notable Trinity alum and mayor of San Antonio, Ron Nuremberg. In her remarks, Provost Mustaine said, quote, President Vanessa Beasley joins Trinity as we enter the national stage, publicly doubling down on our liberal arts identity and shedding our comfort as a hidden gem. We've decided we are done hiding, which makes the selection of our 20th president, our storyteller-in-chief, especially important, end quote. On behalf of Newswave and TigerTV, we extend our congratulations to President Beasley.
SGA had an important meeting on February 13th with appearances from President Vanessa Beasley, First Gentleman Trey Beasley, and an exclusive meeting with San Antonio Mayor Ron Nuremberg, who graduated from Trinity in 1999. Mayor Nuremberg attended for the purpose of answering students' questions spanning issues such as voting, the climate crisis, and transitioning from life at Trinity to a career in the political field. During the session, Mayor Nuremberg also talked about his involvement here with the Tritonian, KRTU, and right here at TigerTV. To read the full summary of the meeting, read the Tritonian's brief at thetritonian.com.
There are some exciting changes coming to Trinity this fall in regards to Maybe Dining Hall. After 50 years with the dining provider Aramark, Trinity has forged a new partnership with Chartwell's Higher Education Dining Services, starting on June 1st. As Aramark's contract expired, selection of Chartwell's was made through an open committee review process by the Trinity community. In a statement issued by Trinity University's Vice President for Student Life, Cheryl Toons explained that, quote, University conducted a transparent, competitive process. The committee that evaluated the proposals was impressed with Chartwell's hospitality-focused partnership and commitment to making campus dining a central part of what makes Trinity distinctive in higher education, end quote. As the transition occurs over the next several months, students should be excited to meet Chartwell's through upcoming on-campus opportunities.
Trinity Health and Wellness Center has begun using new partnerships and resources to promote sexual health care across campuses. According to an article released to the Tritonian earlier this month, the HWC has taken new steps to promote student health care through so-called health vending machines, which include contraceptives, COVID testing kits, and medical supplies. While the topic of sexual health may be considered awkward for few, studies have shown that college students are at the highest risk for STIs. Trinity HWC is looking to combat this trend by partnering with the San Antonio AIDS Foundation, which will establish a mobile testing unit on campus. Trinity's Department of Communication hosted the 10th annual Calm Day celebration this year on Friday, February 3rd. The day's festivities included a keynote luncheon, panels on communication, journalism, and the law, as well as a network reception right here in Studio A. Calm Day offers a chance for students and alumni to connect, allowing comm majors to learn more about the potential careers in communication from people who can directly relate to their experiences here at Trinity. The event was organized by Professors Camille Reyes and Rebecca Densley, along with the Department of Communications Office Manager Martha Delon. Dr. Reyes told the Tritonian that this year's Calm Day was, quote, a huge success in terms of attendance at each of the events and the engagement between students and alumni. My hope is that we'll keep changing it and not become stagnant, so it gets better and bigger. Still coming up, a meteor strikes South Texas.
And the San Antonio Bahamas football team plays their first game.
All after the break.
Is our home. This is our studio, filled with empty seats and cameras waiting to press record again. With remote classes and the COVID-19 pandemic, it's hard not to feel like we've lost a community on campus. When we're not on campus, it's hard to feel home. But home isn't just a place, it's a feeling. And here at TigerTV, we're bringing that feeling to you. Because while our studio is waiting for us, we haven't stopped bringing you the shows you need. Get involved with some of our diverse programming like Newswave, Studio 21, and the Not So Late Show. Tune in to our YouTube and Vimeo channels if you miss some of the quality campus television programming we make. Just because we're remote, that doesn't mean we're not still together. Because here, home is more than just a place. Home is TigerTV.
Weekend, hopefully the weather will clear up for some fun activities. What about you?
Hopefully so. Hoping to get out and actually enjoy this weekend.
Me as well.
On Thursday, February 16th, Texas Governor Greg Abbott presented his biennial State of the State address in a live broadcast. Abbott outlined in his highest priorities for the legislative session, centering his agenda around the economy, public safety, and the promotion of proposals that would push Texas even further to the political right. During his speech, the Republican governor named 7 emergency items that lawmakers can vote on immediately, such as cutting property taxes, ending COVID-19 restrictions forever. Quote, expanding school choice, making schools safer, ending revolving door bail policies, securing the state's border with Mexico, and cracking down on fentanyl. The 3-term governor stated that, quote, this session, we will ensure Texas remains the leader of this nation as an unflinching force in this world. Together, we will build a Texas for the next generation, the Texas of tomorrow, end quote. This State of the State address comes after Abbott's first successful election, riding this wave of success with his national attention seeking efforts around immigration and the border. Abbott is considered a potential 2024 Republican candidate for the presidency.
High school graduation is meant to be an exciting celebration of students and their achievements. According to KSAT.com, however, only about 50% of foster students graduate from high school. For students who live in foster care, graduation not only signifies academic achievement, but also a departure from the foster system. Leaving the system can be daunting for children in foster care, as they lose a crucial support system and venture into adulthood. To ease this transition, local organizations provide resources and education for recently graduated foster students. At SJRC Texas, a foster care campus outside of San Antonio, teens are offered courses on skills such as money management, cooking, job readiness, and applying to college. Another organization, Day One Bags, provides high-quality supply bags to foster graduates, including contact information for outreach organizations, graduation gifts, and a $100 Visa gift card. This year, as graduating Foster seniors crossed the stage, local organizations like SJRC Texas and Day One Bags got their backs.
The XFL announced on Sunday that the Alamo Dome will host the new league's first championship game. The announcement was made by XFL co-owner Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who said, quote, "From now on through May, our athletes will have their eyes set on the championship game, and we're pumped to bring this historic event to the Alamo Dome," end quote. Trinity alumnus Mayor Ron Nirenberg added that, quote, "San Antonio is the perfect spot for the XFL's inaugural championship game, and we are more than ready to host this exciting event," end quote. The announcement came on a day where the Brahmas played their first ever game in the Alamo City. After leading 15-3 in the fourth quarter, the Brahmas gave up 15 unanswered points, including a touchdown with only 16 seconds left in the game. Even though the Brahmas lost their first game, the city of San Antonio took a major victory and will host the XFL Championship in May. Up ahead, President Jimmy Carter enters hospital care.
And then sports from Caleb.
We'll be right back.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov. Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
I think our Anchor chat was fine, but I also...
Just south of us, in the Rio Grande Valley, residents reported hearing and feeling a sonic boom as a meteor entered the atmosphere just west of McAllen, Texas. The meteor was estimated to weigh 1,000 pounds and was 2 feet in diameter. And NASA reported that meteorites did reach the ground. NASA released that, quote, "Meteorites cool rapidly and generally are not a risk to the public," end quote. The flash from the meteor was so bright that weather satellites detected it. In a social media post, the National Weather Service commented, quote, "There was no ongoing thunderstorm activity in the valley, but the geostationary lightning mapper still detected a signal around 5:23 p.m., end quote. The general location of where the meteorites fell is in an area northeast of Rio Grande City. NASA officials have announced that anyone who has found a fragment should contact the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History. Last weekend, former President Jimmy Carter entered hospice care at his family home in Plains, Georgia. According to APnews.com, Carter is the longest lived American president at 98 years old. As the 39th President of the United States, he navigated a unique political landscape, balancing Cold War pressures, economic instability, and social disruption about race, women's rights, and Americans' global influence. Carter was elected as a moral leader sent to reform Washington, D.C. in the wake of the Watergate scandal. However, his popularity surged after his term as president, as they established the Carter Center, which has overseen dozens of elections and fought to promote public health worldwide. The center has been operational since 1982, and its global defense of democracy and equality earned Carter a Nobel Peace Prize in 2002. Carter will live out the rest of his days peacefully in the care of family, friends, and professionals. In a 2015 interview, Carter said, quote, "I'm perfectly at ease with whatever comes. I've had an exciting, adventurous, and gratifying existence." End quote.
This past week, Brazilian citizens enjoyed the glitzy annual celebration of Carnival. The COVID pandemic brought a halt to the Carnival for the previous 2 years, canceling the festivities in 2021 and dampening last year's celebration. However, with things returning to normal, this year's Carnival was back in full swing, with 46 million people set to join the festivities. Last Friday marked the kickoff, and festivities continue until February 22nd. Citizens of Brazil sported a variety of colorful and creative costumes, ranging from Pope Francis to the devil himself. This year's Carnival certainly made up for the underwhelming last 2 years, smashing records at the Sambad Rome, where 100,000 staff and spectators, as well as 18,000 paraders, sold out the venue. Carnival has helped restore Brazil's national economy that suffered nearly year-long loss of jobs sourced by Carnival. These restored jobs include carpenters, welders, sculptors, electricians, and everyone else involved in making Carnival 2023 spectacular. In case you did not know, today on campus is our annual Trinity event, Chocolate Fest, put on by Trinity Student Programming Board. Organizations and departments from all across campus come to compete for a monetary prize through a competition passing out chocolate treats to the Trinity community. With that, we have exclusive live coverage of the festival happening right now. Let's take a look at what's happening out in the Coats Center right now. Look at that line. I really love how we've been having lots of events where people are able to come out this year. What do you think, Luke?
I'm really enjoying things being able to get back to normal after COVID has started to tame down.
I agree. I really wanted to go out and get some chocolate. Hopefully we'll have some after this. What about you? Are you planning to attend?
Of course, once the show ends, I would love to go out and check out what's going on here.
I agree. Well, hopefully we'll continue to have more events like this throughout the rest of the semester. I know students love coming out with their friends. I have a good time with my friends. What about you?
Really just enjoying my time, during the spring break, or hopefully coming up in the spring break, but doing work and keeping busy. Sure.
I love that. Okay, well, look at that. We see, oh, look, they're waving. They see us. We love that.
It's good to see a bunch of school spirit and get the community going back. It's events like these that definitely make our school unique.
I couldn't agree more. It's certainly starting back up now after COVID, and I love these events. Well, still ahead, your updates on sport from Caleb.
And our excitement for spring break.
We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
I call you and say, I'm with the IRS. You owe back taxes, and if you don't pay today, you're going to jail. You can fix this by sending cash. Did you actually believe me? Too smart to fall for it? Well, last year, Americans paid $100 million to guys like me. 1 in 6 people were scammed. Can you believe it? Well, you shouldn't. I just made that up, too. You are a little gullible.
Welcome back, and now we'll turn it over to Caleb for sports. Caleb, what do you have for us today?
Hello everyone and welcome back to sports. My name is Caleb Reed and we have a lot to unpack, so let's get started. First off, Trinity Tigers basketball will play their final home games this weekend in the SCAC Conference Championship Tournament, with both the men and women hosting the games in the CalGuard Gym. Both teams earned a bye for the opening rounds today, with the first Trinity game scheduled for tomorrow afternoon. The men finished second in the SCAC with an impressive 19-6 regular season record, and will play tomorrow night at 7 p.m. in the semifinal matchup. On the other side, the Trinity women rolled to a near-perfect season, earning a 24-1 record and the #1 seed in the SCAC over Colorado College. They'll play tomorrow at noon, where they will face off against the winner of the TLU Dallas match. Both teams won their senior day matches, capping off brilliant careers for a number of Tigers. The men won a close one, 76-70, while the women sunk the Pirates of Southwestern with a crushing 125-64 win. Moving away from basketball, swimming has sent a number of swimmers to the postseason, capping off a brilliant regular season and another slate of championships. The Trinity women are sending 11 swimmers to the postseason following their 20th consecutive SCAC championship, while the men are sending 7 swimmers to regionals after the team's 11th title in 12 years. In professional sports, the Kansas City Chiefs won their 3rd Super Bowl in franchise history, as well as their 2nd in the last 4 years after a brilliant 38-35 win over the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles led at halftime, but a late game push by Kansas City was capped by a last-second field goal by kicker Harrison Butker to give the Chiefs the win. With the season now over, teams will look to free agency and the draft, which will take place later on in April. Over to the NBA, and the Spurs continue to struggle this year as they have now fallen well outside of contention for a winning season. The team has dropped the 14-45 record through Thursday, and the team hasn't won a game since January 17th. The Mavericks have done slightly better for themselves, however, posting a record of 39-21 through Thursday in a year that hasn't matched expectations. The team went big at the trade deadline to acquire Kyrie Irving and are currently ahead of the cutoff for a playoff game later on in the year. Formula One began its preseason testing at the Sakir circuit in Bahrain yesterday, with teams unveiling the covers on their 2023 title challengers. Mercedes is returning to an all-black livery for this year, bringing back a paint scheme they haven't used since 2021. Teams up and down the grid have moved to darker and darker paint schemes in an attempt to save weight, as the black color allows teams to run without paint and save weight, showcasing just how willing teams are to achieve peak performance. That's all from me, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Take care.
Man, it has been a busy week in school, though. How's everything been for you?
It's been okay. You know, we have midterms coming up. What's your favorite place to study on campus?
Well, I would say, honestly, I don't really have a specific place, but I would go into the library, go to study in my dorm, study rooms, really switch it up to get new environments, and just, breath of fresh air.
Yeah. I do those places too, but actually I've been starting to go outside now, be in nature, and it's kind of nice, being outside when the weather's nice, I will say. But what are your plans for spring break?
Well, I think I'm going to go visit my family. I just moved down to Boston.
Oh, Boston?
So we're in the tradition of packing up
Okay.
from Washington, D.C. all the way to Boston. So
Oh, wow.
going to be spending and moving. So how about you?
I'm probably just going to work, spend some family time. Can't imagine packing. I've only moved once in my life, but yeah, we're just going to spend time with family, maybe go watch the new Ant-Man movie that came out. I heard it's all right, but yeah.
That's good.
Probably do that stuff, recharge for finishing the semester off strong. But we hope you guys have a good spring break. And that's all the time we have for today. Make sure to join us next time on Friday, March 3rd.
From everyone at Newswave, we hope you have a safe weekend. I'm Luke McCauley.
And I'm Cynthia Morales. We'll see you next week.